to After the Break with me, J. Paul, from the window to the wall. With a new guest, one that I am so honored and proud to see in the position that she's in, because this is my play cousin. We family. Our grandmothers were best friends. And so, we family. To the world. Welcome to After the Break. It's Detra Duncan.
Good morning. Good morning. I am Dr. Detra Duncan, and I am currently serving as Fountain City Council, Fountain, Colorado. And this is my second term Fountain City Council at large elected. I ran for mayor of Fountain, Colorado in 2022, and I got 47% of the vote, almost there. And now I'm on the journey this November 5th, 2024, to be elected as El Paso County Commissioner.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, you mentioned the election date being November 5th. Now, to our viewers out there and supporters of this show, the position you're running for, can you tell the people what the description is and how far is your reach?
That's a great question. So county commissioners act like the city council for the county. They are responsible for the municipality and their budgetary needs. All administrative functions of the county commissioners are responsible for. They are responsible for the budgets of the sheriff's department. They are not the sheriffs, the coroner. Those types of officials are elected. They are not over the sheriff's department, but they are over their budgets. The budget process is getting ready to start this October. But again, the county commissioners are over all of the administrative functions of the county. And they even keep track of legislative issues that affect the county.
Legislative issues. Legislative issues. What do you mean by legislative issues?
So we have in Denver, Colorado, we have our House and our state representatives that are making laws and for us to follow here. And even though El Paso County is home ruled, there are things that affect us directly that are coming from Denver. So the county has a legislative aide that reports back to the commissioners on things that affect the county, such as property taxes, those types of things that affect our bottom line, our income from day to day.
How important is it that the community vote for representation that regulates the value of the community? What can the community do to assure that their cost of living is affordable?
Our elections that is coming up in November, that is great that we are focusing in on who is going to run our country. But our local elections are what affects us from day to day. So we need to make sure that we're registered to vote. Their deadline is coming up very soon to make sure that you're registered. Many parents, as myself, has a child that is in school, they are able to get absentee ballots. Some states require that you may not have to do absentee ballots. You may just change your address, your mailing address, not your residential address, but your mailing address. So our local elections are very important. They determine our bottom line, how far our income stretch from day to day, or whether or not we're living from paycheck to paycheck. Those elections affect us from day to day. They're very important. Not to say that our presidential election is not, but we need to understand that when we get our ballot is to vote all the way down to the last ballot question that's on that ballot.
That has been the recent recommendation from a lot of celebrities, from a lot of community leaders, for the community to focus on the local ballot more so than the national ballot. Now, like your position, what are some other positions the voters should focus in on?
As I mentioned in the legislative, you have your state representatives, you have your Senate representatives. Those are people, as myself, city council, running for county commissioner. These are people that you can see every day. These are people that you can schedule meetings with, that you can talk on the phone with. They have town hall meetings. So these are the people that you need to make sure that you know who they are, know what they stand for, what issues that are concerning you, and do your homework when it's time to vote in this election. Make sure that you're not just voting on party lines. We need to elect the best person for the position that is going to do the work for the community, not based on party lines. We need to vote for the person who aligns with our values, who is going to do the work, who has been doing the work, and that is going to be the voice of us in the community.
Absolutely. Now, to the public out there, I want to piggyback on what she just said. If we focus in on what she just said, don't only allow your party registration or your party affiliation. Don't let that be your determining factor on who you vote for. Read the policies. Check out the direction that the candidate is trying to take his or her township or county in, and be sure you vote accordingly. Now, when you look at DC or you look on your television, anytime that there's a voting process, here's something you all should keep in mind. They'll show you the party on screen, Republican, Democratic Party, whatever other party, and they'll tell you who in Congress or who in Senate or who in the House voted for what, and the percentage of those individuals that voted on a particular topic. Now, with that being said, you rarely, if you ever, see 100% of one side voting for something. So that's evidence and proof right there that whatever the issue is at hand or whatever the movement is that's being voted on, that is the focus. Whatever the solution is for that problem in your community, that should be the focus, not your party or title. I'm glad you mentioned that. That's so important because I think that's the hesitation and pushback as well as the criticism that a lot of communities get when it comes to the voting process. Also, for those of you don't believe me, you can also check some of those politicians' voting records. You know what I mean? So you can tell how they vote, what they voted on in the past, what are their belief systems. So just know, like she said, they are reachable. You can contact them. You can speak to them. You can tell them your issues. These are important positions to look for and to vote for on the ballots. And I just want to say to you, I'm so proud that you're running with that mindset. Your campaign, what are the areas of focus for your campaign?
That's a great question. So, as county commissioner, we're responsible for budgets and taxes. And some of the issues that I'm concerned with is not just affordable housing, but attainable housing. We have our teachers, we have our firefighters, we have our first responders that live in the Four Corners here in Colorado, where I am running for county commissioner in District 4, that cannot afford to live in their homes. The county commissioner, District 4, runs from Fort Carson all the way east of the Powers Corridor to Constitution. It's a really large area. We have Fort Carson. We have Peterson Air Force Base. We have Schriever Air Force Base. And we have Amazon. And we have people, we have our privates that are living in their cars. That's unacceptable. We have people who are working at major corporations that are making billions of dollars in our area that cannot afford housing in our area. Another thing that I'm
Oh
concerned
no.
about is our water. Here in this area, not only do we have PFAS that's in our water, and we have a lack thereof of water. We need to have people in office, which we haven't had because we wouldn't be in this problem if we did, but we need forward thinking. It takes 10 to 20 years to get water rights. Here in Colorado, we are suffering with infrastructure. We don't have, we get plenty of snow, we get lots of rain, but we don't have the infrastructure to keep that water where we can have it to use for our children and our children's children. I am also concerned about our open spaces. One of the major reasons I moved here to Colorado was the beauty. We
Mhm.
have a lot of people that move here that our trails, our parks, and we cannot just keep building and building where we are no longer going to have those spaces available in our neighborhoods. Another issue is our veterans. I mentioned that we have 3 military bases that's in our area. We have Fort Carson, which is number one economic driver. We have Schriever, and we have Peterson. Those three bring in billions of dollars to this economy, and we do not have veteran services here. We are a food
Oh wow.
desert here. We are a healthcare desert here. And yes, our veterans. We do not have a place here in District 4 where people who are exiting out of the military that are entering into our veteran population that can um, even apply for veterans in this services in this area. That is unacceptable. Most veterans, when they need to have services, they have to travel up north or they have to go to Denver. That is unacceptable. We have the means to get our veterans taken care of, our heroes who have protected us, and we need to treat them in that manner. And that is a number one issue for me is making sure, as a wife of an Army veteran, I know what obstacles they have. I know how hard it is to get appointments. I know how long it is to have appointments. It shouldn't take 6 months to get an appointment when you serve our country. You shouldn't be living in your cars when you have served our country. You shouldn't be standing on the streets with a sign and you have served our country. We should take better care of our veterans. Those are the things that I'm concerned. There's many. There's so many. As I said, we are a food desert. We are we have 2 major grocery stores that may be less than 10 miles apart from each other that are merging. I'm concerned about that. I'm concerned about if this merger takes place. I'm concerned about that. We don't have a place in Fountain Security Widefield area where you can go, but one place that I'm aware of that you can go to get fresh fruits and vegetables. That's a
Mm.
concern for me. We have a lot of fast food restaurants over in this area. As a person who a graduate of human nutrition and food, I'm a registered dietitian. I am concerned. I have a master's in public health. I'm concerned about our access to fresh fruits and vegetables in this area. I'm concerned about the affordability of groceries in our area. I am also concerned about the lack of health care. I'm concerned that we do not have, um, we're not able to get primary care providers in this area. We do have what they call emergent cares that slap a band-aid and tell you to go see your doctor. We need to have um, a hospital in this area where our needs, emergency needs, because I think our area qualifies to be in a healthcare crisis because we do not have access to primary care doctors in our area. We are 6% higher in District 4 because of the distance between where we live and the nearest hospital to die of a heart attack because we are that far in distance to a hospital in our area. And that's unacceptable.
Wow. Oh man. Man, you mentioned so many things. Population, along with national debt. How does that trickle down to the municipal side of politics? And do you think population plays a part in a lot of the stuff that you mentioned, along with the development of the city?
Well, as county commissioner, the county commissioner gets access to direct government funds that come into this area. And I don't know what's happened to those funds, other than we have a lot of issues that have not been addressed. District 4 county commissioner is very underserved. But yes, I don't know about population, but I can tell you, as our population grow and people buy homes and they purchase cars, but what I will say is county commissioners get direct funds from the government. They get funds from municipalities. We've had issues where there are agencies that come to the county looking for funding to help their programs, helping our children who are living on the streets, helping, again, we are a very underserved community, and we need commissioners that are going to help take care of the needs that's in the community.
Absolutely. So how can the people support your campaign?
That's a great question. So, running a campaign, it's getting more expensive and more expensive. I am accepting donations, any donation. If it's $5, if it's $10, any donation that you can provide to my campaign will be greatly appreciated. To be able to do that, I am on all social media. My website is Detra Duncan for County Commissioner District 4. And there is a donation link that you can click on and donate to my campaign. If I'm in need of volunteers, this is the ground game. I'm the underdog in this commissioner's race. This race has been held by one party for as long as I've been alive, 53 years, and forever. There in District 4, there's never been another party holding this position. County commissioner has had one Democrat that was elected in the 1970s, the early 1970s. Again, as long as I've been alive.
Wow.
So we need, people helping us go and knock on the doors, canvassing, going door to door. If you can make phone calls, there's a volunteer link on my website. And also just sharing my page. Word of mouth is a lot. Getting my name out there in front of voters is worth $1 million. So again, my website is Detra Duncan for County Commissioner District 4. There is a donation page. You can learn more about me and my platform. And also you can donate and volunteer.
That's beautiful. So people out in El Paso County, just know that the candidate on the ballot November 5th will be Detra Duncan. Thank you so much, Councilwoman, for being with us, man, and sharing that beautiful information. I hope the people in your area and surrounding areas, as well as the viewers and listeners abroad, take heed to the information she gave and apply it to your personal communities and counties, in your states, and everywhere, because people don't get out and vote because they simply don't have the information of what they're voting for, who they're voting for, and what those positions actually do and how government functions. If you actually pay attention to your community's people, understand one thing: people have to be in positions to maintain peace, order, and functioning of your cities and your townships. It has to be done. And just know one thing for sure: no place can prosper without the support of its citizens. So, Councilwoman, I hope you get the support and the voters you need. What's the date of votership? What's the deadline?
Ballots drop October the 11th, and I encourage everyone to complete the ballot right away. Don't put it on your, don't take it out your mailbox. You know, Colorado is the matriarch of in-person ballot. And so you get your ballot, it comes straight to your mailbox, to your kitchen table, fill it out immediately, complete it all the way, vote Democrat down the ballot. It is important that you have a choice this time. You have a choice. We've never had a choice for county commissioner. You have a choice. Pick the best choice and vote. The election is ending November 5th. I will be available knocking on doors till the time that they are no longer accepting ballots.
Absolutely. Don't stop till the ball drop. That's what they do, right? All right. So all the links are there. You saw information on the screen. And just, you can't say that you can't get the information from her contacts, because she's everywhere like the air. And that's going to wrap it up for this morning. Detra, thank you so much. Till next time, respect and salute. We gone.